All right, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Love you guys absolutely 1010%. It's your favorite wrestling fan, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern. Going to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling, all the action inside and out. We talk about backstage curtain drama. We have to talk about superstar news and active statuses, injury updates, also contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings for promotions from WWE to TNA to Ring of Honor to New Japan Professional Wrestling to Stardom to the GCW to the National Wrestling Alliance to the CMLL. If it makes major news, wrestling headlines, we talk about it here on this show 1010%. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about our next segment. We got The Rock. The Rock recently returning at WWE Bad Blood, absolutely shocking the WWE universe. It got to the point where it was like, you know what? Jey Uso returned. I was like, damn, that's awesome. I feel like WWE, it's did its tenure, created a lot of surprise, created a lot of future storylines with a lot of this promo, with a lot of the match, especially what happened after. And it was like, oh, it's over. That's so cool that happened. And all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, like it was pretty great. It was exactly the right time for The Rock to return heading into WWE Survivor Series, having a lot of obligations to what is going to happen with this Bloodline Civil War. It should be pretty badass. Not a lot of people think that this means anything, and that's shocking. Around the world of professional wrestling and news media is like, you know what, The Rock showed up doesn't necessarily mean he's going to join the Bloodline. You know, in in a post on social media, you saw a fan recording Solo Sikoa, talking to Jacob Fatu, his enforcer, saying that this is all part of the plan. This is all part of the plan. Are you going to see The Rock take his place? Kind of as the king, kind of as the tribal chief over, under Solo Sikoa. Will he then? There's just a lot of speculations. Or more or less, do you kind of see him being opposite? Like, do you see him, kind of talking to Roman Reigns? He's like, you know what? I'm going to lead this new bloodline. I'm going to take the reins as the tribal chief. You, Jimmy, Cody, whoever you want to bring along could be part of this crew. But I'm going to take Solo Sikoa down, and I'm going to assert myself in this, tribal chief, circle. Which is possibility. You still have Lance Anoa'i, all one, you have Zila Fatu, also Hikaleo, also Journey as well, still kind of out there. He's been, reported missing. But once again, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but WWE has done a really good job of incorporating social media, news media to damn it, what's the word? You know, damn it, have on their side. And oh my god, to kind of be a way for them to kind of manipulate it to the point where they're like, all right, like look what happened with NXT, with Brooks Jensen, being rageful. His wife posted on social media and TikTok crying, saying, "Have you seen my husband? He's been gone for so long," only to find out it was just part of the storyline. Like, you know what I mean? It's maybe that could possibly be a way for Journey to return. Rikishi Fatu said in a podcast that Journey and Lance are ready to debut. They're ready. Zila is he's almost there. He said he needs a year. He needs a year or a couple of months at tops. You know what I mean? You'd never really want to debut on a wrestling brand and absolutely suck because you're going to become scrutinized. People are going to see what's going on. Obviously, the greatest example that you could possibly use as this can, kind of could backfire is what you're seeing with Tungaloa. What you're seeing with Tungaloa in terms of the bloodline, botching moves over and over again. And I know botching does happen. This is entertainment. This is live performance. It's hard. And I'm not going out there being like, you know what, I can do it. What an idiot. This guy sucks. Get him off my screen. This guy doesn't deserve. Like, I'm not trying to say that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that. And it sucks that somebody, and I use the word inexperience. And I use the word inexperienced because it's not like Tungaloa is inexperienced. Obviously, he's done a lot of success inside the independent circuit. I'm not trying to dog on that. I'm not trying to throw shade at that whatsoever. But WWE, when you go to the main, like when you go to the mecca of professional wrestling, there's some sort of professionalism. There's some sort of, level that you're supposed to like. I don't know. And like I said, Tungalo is a professional. Like he's well known all over the world. No one can take that away from him. He's successful as hell. He's a great wrestler. I'm not trying to say he's bad. I'm not trying to say he's bad. But under the umbrella of WWE, it's kind of like you kind of have to be a little better. Like what I mean. You kind of have to. This is the major leagues, boy. Kind of come up and swing that bat. Sometimes minor league hitters come up to the major league baseball and they can't perform. Uh, but once again, Tungaloa, I think he's great. It's going to be interesting to find out who he decides to recruit with this new bloodline. If The Rock kind of goes into that, kind of new role as the new tribal chief, telling Roman right straight up, being like, you know what, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm really sick that you teamed up with the competition with Cody Rhodes, and I'm going to start my own bloodline. All right, next, potential storyline is, what if he doesn't lead any bloodline? What if he's just fed up with the whole family? He just goes out there. He doesn't really choose a side. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go out there and try to pursue Cody Rhodes for a championship match, which is possible. It could happen. I can imagine him challenging Cody Rhodes at a Royal Rumble or something like that. Or he would, kind of introduce himself inside the Royal Rumble, where the last four guys you see inside that ring is Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, The Rock, and probably somebody random like John Cena or CM Punk, maybe even CM Punk. Then like it's like, all right, who's going to challenge for the championship? Then they kind of have this like, this bloodline, like, who's better to kind of go after it and stuff like that. Obviously, The Rock would probably feel like his claim is you know, kind of a little bit more better, I guess. But it should be, I don't know. I feel like The Rock is going to enter the Royal Rumble. He's committed to WWE, obviously, after filming his movie. He brings a lot to the creative, kind of storytelling of what WWE really has to offer. There was no doubt in my mind that he was definitely behind a lot of what you saw after WWE Bad Blood, with Kevin Owens attacking the WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes and turning heel. Well, not really turning heel, but kind of turning heel. Reminded me of when the final boss was trying to take down Cody Rhodes before WrestleMania Night 1 and WrestleMania Night 2 of of this year. But I don't know. It's very possible, very very possible. The Rock could possibly insert his way into the Royal Rumble, and I feel like it would be great for WWE to kind of have that. Because right now, if you're looking at who's on the SmackDown roster, who's on the Raw roster, is there anybody who hasn't had a chance at the title already? Capable of winning the Royal Rumble. Like I love myself some Sami Zayn, but come on, like Sami Zayn would be like, Mick Foley winning the Royal Rumble. Like, sure, it'd be cool. Sure, you would have that, exciting, shocking factor, babyface factor that could possibly go into it. But at the same time, whenever Sami Zayn holds a belt, a lot of people just look at it and he's like, when is he going to lose it? Like, when is he going to lose it? Like, you know what I mean? When he won the Intercontinental Championship with Gunther, the moment I saw him, I was like, all right, he's going to have a decent reign, but who's next? Like, who's next? It should be kind of crazy to kind of find out what's happening next. Next, we have The Rock in a match on the WWE Raw's Netflix debut. He has not recently or reportedly been confirmed for WWE SmackDown. Roman Reigns will mostly probably talk about what happened. But The Rock has not been confirmed on WWE SmackDown, which kind of holds a lot of not really a lot of baggage, because I feel like The Rock, I want him to be part of Survivor Series, but at this point, uh, you know, I don't really see him kind of doing so, because you kind of have Solo's team. You have Solo, you have Jacob, you have the Tungaloa. and then they just need one more guy. And Hikuleo is already, on the roster. It wouldn't surprise me if he's the fifth guy. And Roman Reigns can go out there, he can go across to WWE Raw and look at Jey Uso straight in the face and be like, "Look, dude, whatever happened, I apologize, but we need you." And then Jimmy Uso obviously looks his brother dead in the eye and was like, "You know what? Yeah, we need you, Uso." So we have three guys right there. We have three guys. They bring back Sami Zayn, and they just need one more guy. And maybe perhaps it could be Zila. Like we're not too sure. As of right now, after The Rock kind of came out, and the way he came out was with such, and you could just kind of see in his face, like he was disgusted. He was absolutely disgusted to find Roman Reigns teaming up with Cody Rhodes to fight a wild and out Solo Sikoa, which wouldn't surprise me about the storyline of him, kind of like trying to be that guy to be like, you know what, I have to restore order in our family because we're a freaking mess. We're an embarrassment. People are watching Raw and they're like, how could these guys be the family that runs WWE? The Inois, the Mayavias, the Usos, the Fatus. Like it's personal with The Rock. So it should be interesting to find out, what happens. What happens with him next. Some people speculate that altogether The Rock is going to be, kind of, bouncing in and out of the bloodline drama, but most importantly, fighting Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. With what you saw at Seth Rollins, kind of disrespecting CM Punk, I don't think it's much of a surprise if you would see Seth Rollins reclaim the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and, being the champion at WrestleMania 41, and then he challenges CM Punk or CM Punk challenges him. Bam, that's taking care of that. So who's going to be the Royal Rumble winner? As of right now, there's a lot of names that could possibly pop up. Roman Reigns taking on Cody Rhodes like a poetic justice kind of thing. You had everybody supporting Cody's story at WrestleMania 40 next year, just a mere year later. People are rooting for the original tribal chief to reclaim his spot as the head of the table, the WWE champion, and the tribal chief. There's a lot of possible storylines, and I feel like that's pretty badass. I feel like that's pretty cool what WWE's doing right now, especially with The Rock coming back at Bad Blood. Obviously, like I said, I'm not too sure if Roman Reigns. Well, Roman Reigns is confirmed for the next SmackDown. I know that for sure, but I don't think The Rock is. All right, and also we could have The Rock taking on Roman. You know what I mean? What if The Rock, he said to Cody Rhodes the night after WrestleMania 40, after Cody Rhodes finished the story, saying that our story is far from over between me and you. I respected your father, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, but our plans are, they're just starting. So that could possibly be, a segue into what could happen at WrestleMania 41 or 42. But The Rock and Roman Reigns right now, the way he came out with Bad Blood, like I said, he just looked like he was ready to pounce on anybody of the bloodline. It didn't really seem like he chose a side. And it's that classic case of when he came out, Solo Sikoa was like, "Oh, he's on our side. He's on our side." But at the same time, The Rock could be like, "You know what? No, I'm not. What you've done is terrible. You're not successful. You're not a successful single superstar. You defeated John Cena like 2 years ago. That's probably the highlight of your career. You don't deserve this. The follow. I think it is the little chilies that they put around their neck. But we could have a Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, which would be a bombshell. I feel like that'd be pretty damn badass. That'd be pretty cool. Or perhaps you have a triple threat match for the WWE Championship, The Rock and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. That's you have both tribal chiefs from both angles. Roman Reigns would be highly favored in that match. Cody Rhodes would be, he'd be a little favored. He'd be a little favored. The Rock would absolutely be that heel that people would favor. It would just be so up in the air. I would have no idea of who would win this match. The unpredictability of WWE, blurring the lines of fiction and reality, not really knowing what the next step is going to be. Whoever wins this match is obviously going to usher in a new era of WWE, and I'm for it. I feel like it'd be absolutely great to see these three guys go at it in a triple threat match. All right, guys. So do not go anywhere. We're gonna wrap this show up. We got my boy Emran's GSMC Soccer Podcast starting in 21 minutes. So now we're gonna talk about our Tuesdays today in wrestling history. So hey, grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here. So do not go anywhere.